Well, greetings, YouTube. Crosstrain here, coming to you from a world of tanks. Yes, it's been a while. No, I'm not dead and gone. I just have been away for a couple of months now. First replay I've had at least in a couple of months. But I did have this game a couple of weeks ago in my Tortoise, also known as a Tortoise, and so I wanted to bring it to you. I actually am not playing a whole lot of World of Tanks here recently. I find the game, as I have for quite a while, and you've probably heard on this channel before, I find the game to be frustrating. Um, Even when I perform pretty well myself individually as a tank driver, and not that I do always, I have a lot of times where I'm a total turtle. But even when I do have games where I perform very well, and for some reason over the last 6 to 8 weeks, um, I just can't win. Man, I'd have nights where I'm running at 30%, 35% after 10 or 20 games. Those nights that are 20 games are painful because I keep thinking, I can turn it around. One more game and I'll get to 50%, and then I don't. And then I try it again, then I don't. Blah blah blah. So, anyways, I find it frustrating. I haven't played a whole lot, but this was a good game that I had, so I wanted to share it with y'all. For those of you that watch it. First victim here, T71. Hey, I get the T71 probably didn't see me. I don't understand this though. Watch this. What is he coming back out for? Okay, thank you very much. I'll take it. This tank is one of those tanks that is absolutely. Oh, hello, KV3 with your HE. This is one of those tanks that has an insane. In fact, it's got the most insane DPM in this game. My tank, the way I've got it set up, is got a DPM right at 4,200 damage per minute, slightly above that. So it is crazy. You will see that on this tank, as much as the DPM is, the slowness of this tank is nuts. It's infamous. In fact, even I average about 400 damage per shot. You can see the poor KV3 right now. I reload so quickly. I'm just going to keep him tracked until I whittle away 400 damage every, I don't know, 5.5, 6 seconds. Keep him tracked. He shoots the wall trying to hurt me in frustration, I'm sure, and good night, KV3. So, what was I saying? I was talking about this tank. As much as the DPM is, it's very, very slow. It's frustrating as well because of that. He just shot me in the lower plate and killed and damaged my engine. So I'll get back to the cupola. Don't let me forget the cupola. But anyways, he damaged my engine. I'm not sure what I was thinking about here. I did this painful traverse with a dead engine. Then I fixed my engine. I'm not really sure what the heck I was thinking there, but nonetheless, I was thinking almost do the same thing to this Tiger 2 that I did to the KV3. I track him. He's just dead. I'm going to track him again. But now this Type 4 Heavy actually does a cool thing here. You don't see this in World of Tanks very much. But he pulls around the corner and shields that guy until he can fix his tracks. I'm a dummy, so I'm going to show you how I'm a dummy. I'll show you in a minute. Because I shot where I shot on that guy. So this Tiger 2 does find my weak spot. I track him, and then he gets wiped out by my teammates. So, though I didn't get the kill, it did manage to get the tracking assistant damage for it anyway. So, should have put this guy away right here, but hold on. I'm gonna shoot. There's a flat plate on the Type 4 Heavy that I'm gonna show you right now. If you don't know it, okay, it's right here. This flat plate. If it's facing towards you, this is an easy pen, much easier than anywhere across here. There, and again, this one if it's angled towards you. And for whatever reason here, I forgot that, or I don't know, in the heat of the battle, I got too excited. I'm going to try for the cupola, and I don't penetrate that. I'm using my standard rounds right now, uh, and that's only 259. I think it's 259. Let's see if I can bring that up. Nah, it's not letting me. But anyway, I think it's 259 pen. So again, for those of you who are watching this and may not know that it's this plate, depending if they're facing towards you, they're just flat armor that you can pen pretty easily, even with 259 here. So let's keep it. See, instead of that, I'm gonna go. There's your pen 259. So I don't know what I was thinking there. I also don't know what this IS-2 that's behind me is thinking. He was taking some pot shots at me. I don't know if he knew that you could shoot through this wall. He probably does now, as I just did it to him. But not sure what he was doing. He was sitting there. I know he was taking some shots at me because I watched this replay before, and he was trying to shoot me around this Type 4 Heavy that I'm next to, or this Oni that I'm next to. And he didn't do it, but he had my behind, and I have 131 hit points, so he shoulda, coulda got me. So I'm going to go over here and try to help these guys with this Type 4 Heavy. There's three of us. There's an IS behind me. There's a 4502A on my right. And this guy's just backed up. I want to wait until he shoots till I stick out because he will kill me with a single shot. He knows I'm here. You can see him pointing his turret towards me. But then he decides to take out the IS. So now this time you'll notice I will shoot that plate. I go, oh, there's a weak spot. So I finally remembered it and took him out using that weak spot. So, oh well, I should have done that earlier. I would have saved myself probably 800, maybe 1,000 HP if I'd have remembered, or if I hadn't got excited. Whatever I did, I don't remember. But anyways, so let me talk a little bit about this this right here, the cupola. You notice when I was up around this corner earlier shooting the KV-3, I had the cupola hidden behind the building. You see the traverse on this gun? It is so good. The arc right and left is so good that you can literally hide this around the corner. If you're looking around the left edge of a corner or looking to your right, then it's the way to hide this. It still doesn't hide your lower plate, which the IS-2 is able to pen, but nonetheless, it does hide this huge weak spot, which most everybody knows about. So you saw me imploring the 1390 to go get Artie. This thing, besides being extremely slow, is extremely slow, which means Artie just loves him. And so I'm trying to get the 1390 to get the Artie. You see what the T20 did there too? I thought very, very smart. And he's going to follow me. If you watch, you'll see him. He comes up behind me because he knows I have armor. He doesn't. And the Artie has relocated. I'm not sure how that one missed. And I was on the move, but on the move for this thing doesn't mean very much. But my 400 average damage is plenty enough to take out the 360 of the GW, whatever it was, GW Panther. See that load just shot right over my head. Good thing he missed me because I would have been dead. The SU-100 apparently was facing towards me, and the 1390 came up, took him out. So now we're just cleaning up on aisle 1, which is I'm just about to turn down into. Of course, I got a big old pile here. You'll see another mistake here. You can shoot this lower right in the turret. This turret is not too bad unless you pull it off to the side like that, which hits the slope side of it, and blah. But again, this time I'm going to shoot right in the middle of the turret. And look at that, 1 freaking hit point. You know, I've watched this replay a couple of times now just to try to figure out what I was doing. But how many times, it seems to me like so many times I get, I even low rolled. I hit 390 on that, so it was a slight low roll. All I needed was 1 more hit point. It seems like every, I don't know, 8 to 10 games, I'm leaving a tank on 1 hit point. I don't know if any of the rest of you feel that way, but let me know in the comments if you feel that once in a while, that it feels like you get it a lot. I'm sure it's probably not that often, but it sure feels like it. Maybe just because I remember every time I do get that. So anyways, I was a little bit frustrating, but at the end of the day, I don't care. We got the win. I got my 4 kills. Should have picked up this 1390 as a platoon mate to get the brothers in arms. You'll see I did have a almost 7,000. You see up here my little mod that tells you what your win rate for that game is, and how much above or below the expected damage in this tank you are. So you see I was 3,700 above that and almost 8,000 win rate. So that was a good game. And we're going to take a look real quickly at the post-game stats right now. So you can see I picked up my ace tanker, bunch of little pretty ribbons in here, Spartan, which you'll get a lot in this tank because it will bounce some shots, and a high caliber. This is about my 65, maybe 70th game, 65th, 70th game, somewhere in that is about all I had. It was also my final game in the Tortoise because right after this, I only had a few thousand XP. I don't remember exactly how many, but maybe up to 10,000 XP that I had left. I figured that Ace Tanker is probably as good as it's going to get, so I free XP'd the rest of the way out of this to get to the 183, which I then picked up. So I now have it and the 215B both sitting in my garage. One of them, and I can't remember whether it's the 183 or the 15B that's going to be replaced. I think it's 15B. It's going to be replaced with the Super Conqueror in 9.20.1, which should probably drop in the next week or so. But there's a rumor out there, and I don't know if it's fact. I think it's fact from the people who know that the 183 is also going to be replaced and made a special tank in one of the upcoming patches. So I wanted to put it in my garage. Plus, who doesn't like a tank that hits for somewhere between 11 and 1800? So I wanted to have that in my garage. So I picked that up after this game. This was my final game. So again, it was a pretty decent game for me. 1396 raw XP, 50 almost 5500 in raw damage, 4 kills. See a really nice game out of this 1390, almost 5000 damage and 5 kills, 1267 XP. Way to go, Go Phoenix! Shout out to you. Helped our team tremendously in a way that he and I were a fun punch and counter punch. I'm the slow mobile banker or bunker, and he was the Speedy Gonzalez around the track, picking up damage and kills. So way to go, Gold Phoenix. Final detail report: 27 shots, 24 hits, and only 15 pens. I didn't use any. I was watching again through that time. I don't think I used a single premium shell, which is crazy because I think it's got 390 pen with the heat on this thing, but I didn't use any. Just 38,000 is the cost of spending 27 shells. I had a bonus running right there, so I had picked up 110,000 with a net of 55,000 plus credits. So again, a good game overall. Ace Tanker, as I said, so I wanted to bring that to you. And I no longer have this tank in my garage. As much as I love the unbelievable DPM of this machine, 4,200 plus, is crazy. The slowness of this tank and the inability to move around the battlefield to respond to things that are happening do make it slightly frustrating to play. But again, I certainly recommend it for people that don't mind slower or even stopped gameplay. This is a great tank to take out there if you like that kind of gameplay. And again, you certainly won't be angry with that gun in the way it sings and puts out damage. So hope you enjoyed that. If you did, put a like, drop a comment in there, and let me know what you're doing. I respond to every comment because I don't have many followers, so it's easy for me to respond to you all. But let me know what you think. How could I have played that better? Besides, gave up some hit points because I was stupid in shooting that Type 4. But let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, this is Cross Training coming to you from World of Tanks, and peace to you.